for a few minutes. We are trying this out. We're doing it remotely, and we're using this, so hang tight. We are trying to get Lyle on the video with us. So, all right. And I've got Lyle on the phone here. Lyle, are you seeing me?
Live video begins I'm refreshing my page.
Okay. I'm going to try to invite you again.
It says live. I see it.
Okay, you're there?
Something's happening. Yeah, I can see you.
Okay.
It's just now saying hang time. We're trying to get Lyle on video with us. So it's about 20 seconds behind. All right, now, can you go to your cameraman and add me?
All right, cameraman. All that comes up, though, is on the right-hand side.
It says turn on your co-presenter's camera off. Show or hide participants in your broadcast with this button. And you should be able to turn on chat also.
Are you seeing you don't see that, do you?
Well, you're like 15, 20 seconds behind, so.
But when I hit cameraman, show or hide participants in your broadcast with this button. I got one viewer. All right, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, this one's gonna be just. We're gonna have to delete this one too, so let's just work with it and see. Should be able to pull up your camera. I can't do anything on my end because I'm not a presenter.
Yeah. My camera's on. When I click on cameraman, I mean, it doesn't, it just says broadcast settings. As guests join in, hide their audio. I don't see what you're saying where it says add a person.
All right, check your email. I just sent you the link that I'm looking at.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking at. It looks pretty simple, but.
All right, let's see here.
Of course, they're trying to study something too, so maybe that's
fast creative. Hangouts on air. Turn off camera if you're planning to show a slide deck. Yeah, I clicked on that. Turn from the and adjust settings. It says turn your co-presenter's camera off. Yeah, see, so when I show or hide participant about with this button.
Yeah, then I look at another page that says click cameraman and set when someone joins, they should be hidden and muted from broadcast. This means you are in broadcast mode rather than passive meeting mode. Where people can speak.
I see I have one viewer, which is you.
Right.
But
you should be able to click on that cameraman, and you should be able to unmute me.
myself there. Okay, now I'm off, but my camera's on. See, I'm able to. It's like I've got. Audio HD. I'm going to try to invite you again here. See if this works. See if you can.
Your logo came up, so you disappeared. I guess you could do it.
Well, I turned my camera. I was trying to. I mean, I'm hitting that button that they said, but.
I think you have another view besides me. Somebody just sent the text.
Did you get any other link or anything?
Yeah, join the hangout. Nobody joins. Let's do that. Let's do it again.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah, we have some of the joins. Joins are different now. So I joined at that time. Can you see anything?
Oh, there you are. Yep, you just popped up.
Okay, so now you're live on my screen. Okay, what'd you do different?
I invited you. What did I do?
Because now I can see it different. I'm not just watching.
What did I do? Oh, I invited you up top here. It says invite people. I sent that link to you. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, I'll hang up the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but now you're saying you're going to stay in the small box. Is that what?
Yes. So what we need to do is cut off this first part of this video, or we can restart it now that you know what you're doing. What would you rather do?
Well, if we can cut off, I say we can cut off the first part of the video. I hate to go through this process again.
Well, the good thing about it is you'll learn what you're doing.
Yeah, but you got to do it a couple times, or at least I have to do it a couple times.
Right.
All right, and so the screen is up. The only problem is we don't have our names and stuff on the title slide on this one.
That's okay. I think we just started and talk about what we're doing. But let's kind of get our heads together right quick. I'm thinking, since this is on video, once you get to the video parts, I don't mind presenting it if you just forward it and you kind of throw in your comments, since this is more video focused.
Yeah. So are you seeing the screen?
Yes, I can see you. I can see the screen. I mean, says thank you for joining us. We'll start in a few moments.
But are you seeing the screen? You're seeing the 10 minutes video screen?
That's all I see is thank you for joining us. So we also don't know if my voice is actually coming through or not. I'm assuming it is because it should be because I see little blips coming through.
I mean, I hear you fine.
Okay.
All right, let's go with this. Let's try it. And you know what? If we have to redo it again, well, at least we'll see what happens.
It's part of the process of learning.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks everybody for joining us on this webinar today. We're going to start here in a second, but wanted to welcome everybody, and we're going to be presenting today on the top 10 ways to use video to market your business. And just real quick introductions. We've got Lyle on the other line. We're doing this remotely. So if you've seen webinars before with us, we are trying to do this remotely. We've done it together in the same room. So hopefully this all works out. And my name's Dave, and we're going to be presenting this to you. We know your time is valuable, so we'll try to get started here and get moving. So if you want to turn off everything and just get ready for some good content, good information, we'll get started here. So Lyle, you just want to say a quick hi?
Hey, I'm Lyle. I'm a video guy, so we're going to talk today about videos. This is specifically for gym marketing, so we're going to have a blast. Just give you a quick review of who I am so you can know why you should listen to me. I've been in advertising and marketing since the early 90s. It's 1990s, not 1890s. And I love doing videos, and I love finding ways. It's just simple ways you can tweak what you're doing, what you're already doing in your gym, and then make that a way to market your gym and get people connected quicker and better to your gym. So that's what we're going to focus on today.
Cool. Well, let's get started. So, as I mentioned earlier, the webinar hangout is basically, the title of it is the top 10 ways to use video to market your business. And like we said, we're focusing strictly on gym marketing here. So, one of the things that when you look at what's happening in the marketplace and in terms of the way people are engaging and they're seeing you for the first time, it's happening in different places than it used to 10, even 5 years ago. More people are mobile, more people are using tablets, people are using video to see, and you can see with this stat, this Nielsen stat, that especially millennials, I mean, they watch content on their time and how they want to watch it. So it's something that if you haven't already thought about, you need to be thinking about that people are watching content when they want it and how they want it, and one of the ways is video.
Well, we just finished the Super Bowl, and did you realize that the equivalent of 40 Super Bowls, as far as eyeballs being on videos, happens every day on YouTube?
Wow, that's a great stat, man. Crazy. Yeah, and so ask yourself, why video, and you can start to see the trends. And just like he said with the Super Bowl, I mean, video sharing sites and users has just, gone through the roof in the last, 8 to 9 years here, and it's only going to continue to grow because there's still a percentage of people that aren't using video. And one thing that I always like to talk about is with the video stuff. I mean, my kids now, I mean, they know how to just grab my phone and hit YouTube and start searching for what they want. I know that's kind of scary too. Got to put some parental controls on there, but it's almost insane.
Yeah, and believe it or not, kids are a huge consumer in our world today. It sounds really weird to think about, but in reality, kids are watching things and they're telling their parents about it, and then their parents are going in and checking out more, digging in. It's a really good way to connect with people, seriously.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And just to kind of keep going off of those statistics, I like to always back things up with research and stuff, but it's a 50% chance of better chance of appearing on the first page results, and part of the reason is that if you don't know this, Google owns YouTube, and YouTube's the second largest search engine in the world. So the other story I have is that one day, this is kind of the aha moment for me, was my neighbor was talking to me, and I said to him, I said, "Oh yeah," I said, "Did you search Google?" He's like, "No, I didn't search Google. I searched YouTube." I said, "Do you ever search Google?" He's like, "No, if I ever search," he goes right to YouTube. He's a a visual video type person, that's where he goes for his search. And it just went, I went, oh, because I was always focused on Google. I'm a Google kind of searcher, but I've slowly worked my way into now going over to YouTube and starting to search. So, and I know, Lyle, with you being the video expert here, I'm sure you have something to add to that.
Yeah, I was going to say that YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, and since they're owned by Google, as you see on the screen, you have a 50 times more likely of your video showing up on the first page of Google. The really cool thing about that is your video shows up as a little colored icon, which means it's almost like a little mini advertisement. You can even customize that thumbnail to attract your people directly into your page. Really neat things you can do with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, just kind of keep going.
That's a good example.
That's what you were saying right there. Sorry. We'll get this remote stuff working. So, so why video? And so here it is. It's more traffic, more engagement, better search engine ranking. People, when it comes to video, they're going to stay on there longer. And typically, when you talk about searching the web, I mean, if you can engage them with your video, and you have a YouTube channel, and it's just going to help you with your rankings even on your YouTube channel. So there's lots to it, and we're going to get into this, and so
Yeah, just a quick point here, Dave. Google's new, whatever you call their formula, their secret,
algorithm.
whatever it is, they're looking at how long people are staying on your page. And so if you have a video on your page, they're more likely to pay attention to that video and stay on your page longer, which means you're going to rank higher just for the simple fact you have a video on your page.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So let's get right into it. So why the top 10 reasons why you should use video to market your gym business. The first one is give your elevator pitch. And I'm sure that you've been to networking events and you've got a 30-second elevator pitch down, and you've given it several times to people that you've met. But you can do this one time, get it set up, and add it to your YouTube channel, add it to your website, add it everywhere, so that people, when they're searching and your business shows up, and there it is. There's your 30-second pitch right there. People can see it right. You don't have to be in front of them. So it's like, do the work ahead of time and let it pay off dividends later.
Right. Yeah, you can put that in your email address. You can post it on Facebook. And the key is to really engage people with something. Keep those about 30 seconds and just say, my gym is important because blah. And talk about the benefits somebody's going to get from your gym. As a matter of fact, don't even use the word my. And just talk about if you want bigger muscles and you want this or that, whatever it is that you bring to the table that no one else is doing, you want to really connect into your target audience and speak directly to them.
So number 2 is also demonstrate your products, or as we like to in the fitness industry, your services, because we provide a service for our members, and this is the easiest way to do it in a visual sense. So you get somebody that talks about, hey, we've got this class set up, and you can easily take them not only from talking about it and demonstrating it, but right to signing up. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff. I mean, you might even have your own system where you can sign up for classes, so you can direct a link right to it. You can say, hey, we've got this new service, we're going to provide. It's a limited class structure. You want to get in, bam, sign up right here below the link. They click on it, takes them right to the sign-up page. So a lot of ways to. I'm sorry?
If you connect your YouTube video to your web page, you can actually put a code on there or something where they can click directly on the video. So you can say, click on this little button here. You can actually create a button where they click on it, it goes directly into a page where you sign them up right there from it. So you're demonstrating, saying, here's how cool this new class is that we're starting. Click down below and it'll sign you up for us automatically. So you take away that, well, maybe I want to, maybe I don't want to, and you give them that immediate action, that call to action.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So number 3, demonstrate social proof. And in the fitness industry specifically, I mean, social proof is so critical. I mean, really it is for any business. I mean, people buy from their friends, and they also buy from people they like and trust. And so
people that are like them.
Yeah, and you start putting out video testimonials from your current members that says, hey, man, I joined this gym, and the staff is great, the service is great, it's clean, I've lost so much weight. I mean, bam, you know how powerful that is? And it's on video, and it's out there on the web to potential prospects and people that are looking for your services, for your gym.
Right, and video is so much more powerful than just text testimonials, because they actually see the person and hear their voice, and they, like I said, they can relate to that person, saying, that person's like me and they go to that gym, then I guess I can go also.
Yeah, no, you put that human element, exactly. I mean, because, I know that I think the government, is it the FTC or whatever, they crack down on testimonials that you have to essentially, it's got to be a real person, because I know people have made up fake testimonials before. But if you get somebody on a live video talking about, your products and services from your gym, I mean, that's a human element that you can't beat that,
Right, exactly.
All right, so number 4 is now you can use it to sell your products and services. So not only demonstrate it, but sell it in a way that's not so salesy.
I guess we got ahead of ourselves. The other one was demonstrating your product, so you can demonstrate the different equipment that you have, or demonstrate the different classes you have, or how to do specific exercises. Whereas this one goes back to what we were talking about, where you can say, here's our upcoming class, here's our fitness instructors, and all those kind of things, and you can put that annotation is what it's called on there, where they can click on it and go directly to that or sign up directly with that fitness professional.
Yeah, and what I like about this approach here is that, you're telling your story, you're getting, you're building trust, and lots of ways you can do it. You can do it in a humorous way, like this slide talks about. You can do it in this more serious way. It's up to you. You have to be your personality, but tell your story, which will eventually sell you, your gym, and your products and services.
Right.
I mean, this is a no-brainer. I mean, listen, people are always, and regardless if the information changes or not, I mean, obviously new research comes out and stuff changes, but people are always looking for tips and advice when it comes to working out. And this right here is probably the easiest way. If you take your trainers, your nutritionist, whoever you have as an expert in your club or staff or whatever, to talk about certain things people are searching for. How to lose weight, or how to gain muscle mass. I mean, listen, there's not a shortage of topics. The question is whether or not you want to just get out there and start sharing, whether it be once a week, once a month. Set some sort of priority that you're going to start sharing something and make a video out of it.
Right, and you get people to expect it. For instance, this guy does real estate stuff. He does it every Saturday. So no, on Saturdays they can go there and find out something specifically about real estate marketing. So on your gym, think about what one day you can focus on. Maybe it's a motivation Monday or something to get them kicked in for the week, or maybe it's something at the end of the week to kind of say, hey, still keep track on your goals or whatever it is. So have that one specific focus so people know what to expect, and they're more likely to repeat coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. And this kind of plays off of that other one, sharing tips and advice, because you can answer FAQs, but you can specifically answer questions that that you constantly get. There's a lot of sometimes stigma that goes associated with maybe the type of gym you are, or maybe there's just billing questions, or time and hours open. I mean, all that stuff, but it can be put into a video. Again, right. You're using a different channel and a different modality to add to it, because some people, don't want to sit there and read all through the questions. They'd be more entertained to have a video that talks about it.
Plus, think about, again, we're going back to the human element. If they watch 2 or 3 of your FAQs with your face on it and your voice talking, they begin to connect to you. So they're more likely to come to your gym because they have this personal connection with you by watching these videos rather than just reading the text. So that's why it's so much more powerful, because you're actually building a relationship through these FAQs.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Number 7 is introduce your team. It's a great time to showcase your employees and your staff. You can introduce them all as a group, or you can kind of do staff of the month and maybe get a little bit more in depth into their bio and who they are and bring them on. I mean, interview them. I mean, lots of great ways to help humanize. Again, we're kind of getting that theme today about using that human element, and that's the power of the video, is that right. You can now humanize your staff. I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with having your staff bios and pictures on the website, which I think you still should do, because you should have it there as well. But now, you put them on video and you humanize them. And I know sometimes people do not want to get on video, which is fine. You can take maybe a picture and hold it up and you introduce them. I mean, there's different ways to do it, but it's a real powerful way to get people to see who your staff is in a more human way.
Right. So you need every fitness instructor in your location needs to have a video. What the video is going to be like, what a class is like, and what it's like to work with me. Because some people are going to be really impact. We're going to build your muscle. We're going to get you going, blah, blah, blah. And other people would be more like, let's take it easy. Let's take a step at a time. Let's set a goal and everything. So introducing your team as individuals allows your consumers, your new members, to have a choice of who they can select, and they can relate to these people, and they're more likely to take action on it. I personally would not get a fitness coach unless I knew a little more about them. I went with a fitness coach, and I really didn't connect with the guy, and now I feel kind of bad about going, hey, I want to get somebody else for my fitness coach. If I had the videos ahead of time, I could have said, hey, this is the guy I connect with, so this is the guy I want to use for my fitness coach.
Yeah, and it just has to be real short and simple. I mean, it doesn't have to be, they introduce them, who they are, and maybe, where they're from and what's their favorite exercise. I mean, just sort of little simple stuff like that.
Well, a simple outline for a video like this, you come on, you introduce yourself, tell who you are, why someone should work with you, and then tell them what it's like to actually experience a class or experience a coaching with them. It's real simple. It should take about a minute to do. And if they're scared of being on the video, like I said, you can use a picture or to catch them teaching a class and record them teaching a class, and then just record their voice and do it. You may think that's difficult to do, but you can do that with your cell phone.
Oh, yeah. No, this doesn't have to be. I think maybe we should probably clarify something, too. I know we're going to talk probably a little bit, depending on time, on different, ways of doing this, but what the thing that you can do this with your iPhone. I mean, cell phone cameras now and videos. I mean, are the easiest way to do it. You don't have to have a high production team.
Well, let me talk about that. It's a starting point. So you got to start with something in one way to get things out there. But as you develop, you want to create a better, more professional videos. Because I mean, a professionally produced video of each of your fitness professionals is going to stand up way above the others. It's going to set your gym apart. There's nothing wrong with doing something from your cell phone, but every once in a while you want to have those videos of just that one top-notch quality better.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, so number 8 is do a tour of your business. I'm sure you've seen virtual tours, whether it be in the real estate market or other places, but you can do a walkthrough tour, you can do a virtual tour, but put it out there on a video. Let them kind of see, and I guess, I'm thinking about myself, I think probably a real video is better than a virtual, but let them see the facility. So they can kind of already know and expect what it's going to look like. How's it set up? I mean, those things. I mean, just clearly. I mean, I know it's not going to take away if you're still giving tours and stuff like that. But hey, you've got a prospect that is searching you, and they see, wow, look at this gym. It's big. It's not crowded. I mean, it doesn't seem just spacious. Got a lot of equipment. It's got stuff I'm looking for. Bam. That right there is powerful.
Well, the key is to think about what you're already doing in your business and find a way to do that on video to connect to more people. So you're already introducing, when a new member comes to your gym, you already take them through and show them all the benefits and amenities you have. So why not take one of your staff members through and just have them hold the video camera as you walk through with them, just as if they were a new member. It's real simple to do.
All right. And we're trying to move through this pretty fast,
right.
Because we want to respect your time. So at the end, if you got questions, just let us know. But number 9 is entertain, and I think that really needs to be spotlighted, because if your video is not entertaining and engaging, people are just going to click off. I mean, make no mistake about this. We are in a time and an era where people have ADD, and their attention spans are short. So you have to make it entertaining. I mean, it can't just be some monotone person that just gets out there and talks and doesn't. I mean, be engaging, be exciting, be
yourself.
Yeah, be yourself too, but make sure that your energy is high and that people want to continue to find out what is it that he's going to say next or do next.
Yeah, and find creative ways to do that. I mean, step outside of your own version of what things are. Be yourself, be creative, but also there might be somebody on your staff that's a really creative person, or they tell a really funny joke, or they have a really unique experience that happened to them. Be sharing those kind of things as well. Again, find what you're already doing and find a way to do it with a video simpler.
Yep, well said.
You don't have to go out and do this big production of this huge thing. You can be real simple and to the point.
Sorry, I jumped ahead.
That's fine.
But number 10 is report the news. And, there's all sorts of, news that's being put out there in different ways. And you can actually take something that, is maybe trending obviously throughout the year, I mean, of course, you've got the beginning of the year when you got people talking about goals and what's the best diet and what's the best fitness exercise, or what's the latest trends. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff. So you can actually do a video and speaking to directly of what's being reported out there in the regular news. So you have to kind of get some planning ahead of time and thinking about the calendar here. Or it could be a current event that something happens. Maybe I don't know, some celebrity is having a baby, and focus in on that. Talking about how this celebrity is using the type of program that you have at your gym, the same kind of service you offer. So you use a news angle to tie into what you do currently at your gym.
Right, and everybody has an opinion, and that's the important part, is you want to have that opinion. Don't be afraid to share your opinion. If you're not sharing your opinion, then you might have people come in your gym that don't fit your gym, and they're going to leave as members. Whereas if you share your opinion, you make a solid stance on how you feel about that specific topic, that new trend, that new health market, that new nutrition factor, all those specialties that you have as a gym owner. But if you can stand on one side of that object, that's how you're going to connect with members, because they're going to say, oh, that makes sense. I want to follow this guy. He's an expert because here he is telling me the truth about this new fad.
Yep, that's exactly right. All right. So let's talk a little bit about some best practice. And Lyle, I'll let you kind of go through this.
All right, we'll go through it pretty quickly. Everybody tries to make everything perfect, but in reality, as humans, if we mess up, people connect to those mess ups even better. It shows that we're normal. And if you're showing yourself as being too perfect, think about it. How many people have perfect muscles? They don't. How many people have the perfect body? They don't. So they want to find people that just are normal, regular people that they can connect to, because they're going to want to be part of that. You do want to use a good quality camera. A lot of your cell phones, if you bought a new cell phone in 2014, 2015, you probably have a good, solid cell phone with a good quality camera in it. So that's probably going to work, but there's nothing wrong with taking it to the next level and make it better. Make sure your sound is good. Make sure they're close to the camera. They're speaking loud. I think that for about $20 on Amazon, you could buy a microphone that clips into your phone, and it'll shoot out and kind of get a better sound on it. And then create videos frequently. Always have something new on your page. It keeps people coming back, keeps people engaged. Post them on video. Make sure you embed them in your blog posts and things like that.
All right. Wow, we went through that pretty quick. I mean,
yeah, I like quick. We get to the point.
Yeah, and I think that there's some great content there, and I hope that even if you take one of those 10 and start implementing it, I mean, in time, you're going to see a difference. And here's the thing: is that when it comes to video and obviously ranking and stuff like that's a kind of a whole nother subject. But you don't just assume that, oh, I put one video up, man, that's going to change everything. It's got to be a process that you continue to do. Just like when it comes to working out, you do one exercise doesn't mean you're healthy.
Right, exactly.
You've got to make this be somewhat of a long-term approach. Think of it as a marathon, not a sprint, and just start implementing video into your marketing. And some other little tricks here is that if you do end up putting it on YouTube and you've got a call to action to call you put your gym number, use a tracking number. And that way, I mean, yeah, you can see views, but if you don't have a tracking number, specifically for that video, you're not going to know whether or not, hey, that particular one, and I'm not saying all the videos need tracking numbers, because there's obviously some that don't, but if you have like ones that have your services on it and kind of some FAQ type videos, that's what the ones I'd recommend that you get a tracking number. And it could be Google Voice, or you can go to Trello. I think it's Twilio. Trello is the project management stuff we use, but use a tracking number. So that's just a little tip right there. But I don't know, do you have any final tips or anything that you wanted to say before we get into the questions, Lyle?
Well, I know you got to dig through those questions, so I was going to talk about what we're going to offer people if they want something to take it up the next step. There are two types of videos to focus on. type of videos that are done quickly and engage people, and then you want the ones that are buyer-focused. Now, the buyer-focused videos are the ones that are connecting into your gym. Those are the ones you want to be a little bit higher professional quality. Okay, for instance, if you have one that says, the newest fad is this, and I suggest this, that's just a basic regular video that people are going to find in general. But if you want to have a video that says, hey, here's why you need to select our gym, you want to have that video as a higher quality. We're going to have a web page set up after this. It's going to be at gymmarketingexpert.com/gym videos. And on that page, we're going to list off these 10 ideas. Maybe we'll throw some other ideas in there, maybe some resources that will help you find out some tracking and stuff like Dave just mentioned. But we're also going to give you an opportunity to buy some of those professional videos at a really, really cheap price. I mean, when I create a video for a company, I'm charging anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for a single video. But we're going to offer some videos for as little as $97, and these are buyer-engaged videos. And they're high-quality, professional stock videos. I think you'll find some value in getting some of those on your web page, getting them up, get those start ranking for your video. I mean, for your location, for your gym, and for your city. And we'll show you some tips on how to do that also.
Yeah, that's one of the questions somebody asked was, how do I go about getting my videos to rank in Google?
I'll tell you what, on that webpage, if you go to gymmarketingexpert.com/gym-videos, down at the bottom of that page, I'll put a little short blurb about ranking just to get a basic ranking. Because a lot of times you put a video up there and you think everybody's going to see it. Well, you have to give them a reason to see it. And I'll give you some little quick tips that you can do on every video. And if you need ranking, if you need your video to be up there, we also provide services that allow you to get ranked better. We'll show you how to do that. We can even create ad campaigns using your YouTube videos.
Here's another one. It says, how should you put videos on, like if you have one video, I'm assuming I'm trying to read this, if you have a video, do you put it in multiple places? I think we talked a little bit about that. So I guess what I'm trying to understand on this question is like, so if you create a video, do you just put it on your web page or do you put it on your YouTube channel? You want to get that video out there in many different places as possible. Right.
Let's talk about some of those basic places right quick. I'll interrupt for a second, Dave, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
You post it on YouTube. People are going to see it on YouTube, yes, but they're more likely to see it on your blog. When they see it on your blog, you have better control about where they go and where they go after the video. If they're on YouTube, they're going to go to other videos and other places. They're going to get off that. So when you post your video on your blog, then share that blog post on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google+, on Instagram, wherever else you need to post it. That way they're going to your blog and you can control and you can also track them. We talk about this tracking. You can embed a code on your page where if they come to your web page, it'll remind them that they were on your web page. It's called retargeting. That's a whole other topic. We won't talk about it here. If you have questions about it, send us an email. I think we're going to set up an email, video@gymmarketingexpert.com. Send all your questions there and we'll try to get back to you. And if we get a bunch of questions about a specific topic, we'll create a webinar specific on that topic, and since you were on this webinar, we'll alert you through our newsletter system here.
So another question is, how long should an average video be?
Most videos, I'm just going to jump in on some of these, most videos are about 1 minute to 5 minutes max. Let's say that you're demonstrating one of the pieces of equipment at your location. Go through a couple reps, and get to it, get in and get out, because people are busy nowadays. Like you said, they're ADD. When they watch a YouTube video, there's 50 other videos they can watch after that. So get in there, tell them exactly what they need to know, and get right back out. However, let me just throw the other side of that. If you're trying to teach something and you need to speak longer, I think there's 25% of the videos on YouTube are over 15 minutes. There's nothing wrong with having those longer videos as long as you have a purpose for them to be longer. For instance, this video we're talking about today, we're almost at 30 minutes. Because we're talking about 10 different things and giving you specific ideas on how you can use it for your gym.
Yeah, and one of the things that I like to do is, if you've ever listened to any TED Talks, I think, isn't it like 17 or 18 minutes that is required but that's it. I think that if you're giving an educational video, that you should, try to make it at about that length. I mean, unless you got really, really good content and engaging content, I would probably stick to about 18 minutes.
Well, here's a tip. If you have those longer videos, break them into segments so they're easier to digest, and then click to the next video, and you can put them in a playlist. It's a really easy way to do it, and you get more video views and more click-throughs because they're going from video to video. It makes your video page stronger.
Yeah, no, that's great. All right, let me just see here. Is there any other question? We kind of looked at that one. Okay, so if you don't have I mean, if you're not using a cell phone to do video, what do you recommend? I mean, is there a product, I guess, that they're saying that you, a type of camera that you recommend that's not too expensive?
Most of your DSLRs are going to be really high quality videos. You see one in the background over here behind me. They're going to run you about $500-600 for a basic model, anywhere up from $1,000. You know, you don't need to buy one of those $13,000, $25,000 cameras. You know, a good solid $500 camera. Canon's a good quality camera. That's what I'm using back here. Nikon's another good quality. Again, you can go to like Best Buy or some of those locations and ask them, say you want a good quality video. I do suggest, if you look at this, I have a microphone on this one, I do suggest adding a microphone to any good quality video you have, because on top of your good video quality, you want to have good audio quality. It's so important. As a matter of fact, people will discount your video quality if your audio quality is high. That's huge to think about. They're more likely to turn your video off if it has bad audio than they are if it has bad video. Isn't that weird to think about? But it's true. It's psychological. I don't know why. Something about listening to it. If the video is kind of glitchy, they can deal with that. But if the audio is glitchy, they'll click off the video quickly.
That's great that you answered that, because that was another question that said what type of audio. And yeah, I think you're absolutely right. If the audio is there, I remember I started doing some recordings, and I would get comments back, you know, I can't hear you, speak louder. And, you know, I wasn't using a microphone. I was just trying to use my built-in microphone on my computer when I was using my webcam. So I think audio is absolutely important, like you said.
Well, the funny thing, think about it, even with your cell phone, you think there's good audio quality, but if you look at it, your hole for your microphone is like a little pinprick. It's really tiny. And that's all this audio that's coming out, all these different decibels going in that little bitty tiny hole. When you get a good microphone, you get a larger place where all the audio can get in. It's going to collect more audio.
Here's another one. So where, other than YouTube, where should I upload my videos? I guess what they're asking is you know, where should they, you know, because obviously videos have a lot of space. Is there a certain place that, like, you know, should they upload it to you know, Amazon S3, or should they
well, the easy thing to talk about here is, where are your people at? Where is your major target? Are they on Facebook? Then post on Facebook. If they're on Pinterest, paste videos on Pinterest. Post them on YouTube. I always suggest starting on YouTube and then posting it on your blog, and then distributing your blog out. We've talked about that a little bit. But that's so important to get people to your blog so you'll have more information about who's watching your videos. But posting on Facebook, there's nothing wrong with posting the same video to YouTube and to Facebook and to Pinterest. You can the same video in 3 different locations. Why not?
Sorry, just jump in real quick since you mentioned Facebook, and you know, obviously I spend a lot of time on Facebook, and obviously the advertising has changed, and I'm sure if you're a business owner and you have a fan page, you've seen that the drop off when you're posting something on Facebook on your business page, you're not getting the same reach. But now again, this is a but at this time we're seeing a lot of advantage and more views for those that are uploading a video to their fan page, as opposed to posting like a you know, content or a photo share. So Facebook is now really starting to get into the whole video. You know, of course, all of them try to compete with each other, but try uploading your videos to your Facebook fan page if you haven't, and see if you're not getting a higher reach with that. So that's something that, you know, we're starting to do and see a lot of benefit from it.
And again, track it and see which one's working for you, and then whichever one works best, continue to do that and increase that.
Well, hey, great. We're coming up on the top of the hour, and again, we want to try to make these webinars, short, value-added, packed content, and get you in and get you out, because I know, your time is limited. If you have any other questions, obviously, feel free to reach out to us, and also connect with us. So we'd be more than happy to help you and assist you. And I think Lyle told you, on that website, gymmarketingexpert.com /gym dash videos. You can get more information on how to continue to use video in your business and grow it. Because that's what we want to do. We want to help you use the modality to grow your business.
Sounds good. We'll have an annotation if you're watching this later. We'll have a click you can click to on that, hopefully.
Yeah. So
if I can help you in any way, go ahead and send us an email to video@gymmarketingexpert.com. Dave and I both will be keeping an eye on that. So if you have questions about how to market using video specifically for your gym, we'd love to help out. That's what we do. We love helping gyms grow and market their business so they gain more members and keep them longer.
Thanks a lot, and to your success, Dave McGarry, your gym marketing expert. All right, I hit stop. Are you still there, though? No, I didn't hit stop.